The Clippers came back from 35 points last night. 35! First half, that's unlikely enough. But then Luke Kennard had a 4-point play with less than 2 seconds left to win it. Clippers beat the Wizards. J.J. Redick. Is J.J. Redick with me now? When NBA players are down 35, what are they thinking about, J.J.?
They're thinking about making sure they get back to the locker room in one piece. Give the Clippers a lot of credit on this one. Really disappointed in the lack of execution on that final possession. They should have fouled Luke Kennard as soon as he got the ball. This is something that's taught by every team. There's under 8 seconds, 6 seconds left. The second the guy puts the ball on the floor, you foul right away. And they tried, and they did it too late, and he hit an unbelievable shot. Give the Clippers credit, but a lot of this is on the Wizards.
Yeah, you don't come back from down 35 without taking advantage of the other team's mistakes. They ain't playing perfect, and you're coming back. I don't care if you got 5 J.J. Redicks shooting on your team. You need some help. Anthony Davis, J.J., returned to the court for the Lakers for the first time since before Christmas. Now, he played 25 minutes, blocked 4 shots, caught an oop from LeBron as they beat the Nets, a team without KD or Kyrie, 106-96. Harden was aggressive, going for his league-leading fourth 30-point triple-double, 33, 12, and 11. But LeBron put up 33 of his own, and the Nets were just not deep enough to compete. JJ, let's start with AD. There's been a lot of drama around the Lakers and their mediocre first half. Can he fix what ails them, especially on the defensive side?
Absolutely. Frank Vogel, LeBron, AD, they built 2 top 3 defenses in Frank Vogel's first 2 seasons. They were a top 10 defense this season prior to Anthony Davis spraining his knee. So to me, that's the biggest impact right away, is he's going to help them out defensively, not only because of his individual greatness and his ability to switch like you saw there onto Cam Thomas and defend shots, but he's just a huge weak side defender. And what the Lakers lost in that Russell Westbrook trade was their big wing defenders, a la Kyle Kuzma, KCP.
Let's assume for a second AD is healthy from here on out, right? Big assumption, but let's just assume. And the Lakers finish, let's say, middle of the pack. How dangerous is this Lakers team as currently constructed in the postseason?
They're very dangerous because they have LeBron James. And Anthony Davis also is a fantastic player. But playing against LeBron James in the playoffs is like being in a chess match. He's just so smart. His adjustments game to game are phenomenal. You can't count out a LeBron James-led team, especially when he's playing at the level he's playing at. If they can add a couple shooters at the deadline or through buyouts, this team will be dangerous in the playoffs.
Seems like that was always the plan once they put this particular big 3 together. But the deadline, they're going to add some 3-and-D guys if they can, if not at least some 3 guys, right? And at least 2 of those 3 guys you'd figure. Let's talk about the other team that played last night, JJ. KD is hurt. Kyrie is not going to play home games because he refuses to get the safe and effective vaccine. There are a number to choose from. There are rumors that Harden is frustrated with the load he's expected to carry. And now last night, Harden goes for a triple-double, 30-point triple-double in a loss, leading the league in that stat even though he had a slow start. You've been in locker rooms your whole life, basically. Does it feel like something is coming to a head in Brooklyn from where you're sitting?
The burden of expectations carry a lot of weight. And if you look across the league, and the Lakers are in a similar position, when there is high expectations on a team and you underperform, the frustrations mount. So I would say any team that's in this situation, you're always sort of teetering on the edge of maybe a blow-up and drama. And this is not going anywhere. Kyrie's firm in his vaccine stance. KD's going to be out a while. I get James's frustration, and he's a human being. I always said as a player, you're allowed 2 blow-ups a year. You're allowed 2 blow-ups a year. The NBA is too intense, and there's too many games that you can't avoid frustration.
You get 2 a year. What are the Nets players on, do you think, JJ, right now? Have they used up their quota, or there's more coming, or what do you think? There are people,
no,
JJ,
I think they haven't used up all their quota.
Okay, all right. So we can expect more. Good. Lucky for us. I just want to see these 3 guys get it together. I want to see what this looks like once in my life. It'd be incredible. There's never been a collection like this. No. There are people I respect, JJ, who think this is setting up for a Ben Simmons deal. Do you think Harden and Embiid, well, let me rephrase. How good a fit would Harden and Embiid be?
I mean, look, outside of Jimmy Butler, Joel has not really played with an offensive player like James Harden. No one to his level. I think the fit there is great. It makes a lot of sense for the Sixers. And I'm going to be honest with you, assuming Kyrie gets to play in some playoff games, this makes sense for the Nets too. One of the reasons the Embiid-Simmons fit is so awkward at times, to me, Ben Simmons' best position in a playoff series is as a playmaking five. Similar to Giannis, but he's a little better with the basketball. Same versatility defensively. Could you imagine Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons at the five in a playoff series? That team is really dangerous.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.